Welcome to Vacation Bible School and to the first week of the Rainforest Explorers. We are looking for treasure, and I have treasure with me. The treasure we'll be working with is God's Word. This is my Bible I've had since college, so it's old and kind of beat up. It's got little notes in it. And I always have God's Word with me because maybe you can read God's Word on your phone, or you can have a Bible, or come to church and have your pastor and the readers read to us, or your Sunday school teacher, or if you go to the school, that your teachers will read to you from God's Word. But I'm going to tell you something from God's Word today. And it's one of my favorite stories. It's got lots of cool things in it that I like. We'll see if you can figure out what those things are. But back when God made the world, all things were perfect, and the people loved God, and the people listened to God, Adam and Eve. But one day they listened to Satan instead, and they broke that relationship, and they didn't love God with their whole heart, and they didn't always listen to him. And things kept getting worse and worse in the world with the sin, and God would look at the world, and he couldn't see people that loved him with their whole heart, or listened to his word. But he saw someone. He saw Noah. And God chose Noah to help save people and the animals while he recreated the world. So he gave Noah a plan. And Noah was to build a great big boat. Maybe you've heard of the ark. Noah and the ark. So Noah and his sons got busy and built and built and built. It took them a long time to get all of this work done. But at just the right time, they had it finished. And God sent animals to him, 2 by 2, a boy and a girl of every animal. And one of the things I like about this story is animals. So I know there were 2 cats and 2 lions and 2 tigers and all of those animals that I like, but there were birds, and there were lizards, and there were snakes, and there were cows and horses, and all kinds of animals. When they were safe inside the ark, God shut the door, and Noah and the animals were safe. But then they started to hear plop, plop, plop. Here comes the rain. It's going to rain for 40 days, and they're stuck inside. That sounds kind of like what we went through lately, that they are just stuck inside waiting for this to end, listening to 40 days of rain. You'd have to count to 10 4 times. Finally, the rain stops, and Noah peeks out the window. He doesn't see his house anymore. He doesn't see even a place for the boat to land. The whole world is covered with water. But Noah and the animals are safe in the ark. When you were baptized, the pastor probably talked about you are now safe inside the ark of the church. And we'll try to get a picture of the inside of our church. If you look at the roof, it looks like a wooden roof on an ark. And we are safe in there in God's family, in his house. So Noah and the animals are waiting and waiting. Noah would open up the window and peek, but he still couldn't see dry land. But he thought, maybe we will have someone go check on this. So he sent one of the birds. He picked a raven. Ravens are pretty big birds, pretty strong. So he picked out one of the ravens, held it out the window, and set it free. And the raven flew and flew and flew, and it came back. It was tired. It couldn't find a place to sit down and rest, so it just came back to the ark. So Noah waited some more. This time he took one of the doves. He took it up to the window and he set it free, and the dove flew and flew, and Noah watched, and it came back. It was all tired. It couldn't find a place to land. So Noah waited some more. It's like, I'm going to try the dove again. So he took the dove, set it free, and it flew, but it took a little bit longer coming back this time. And when it came back, Noah could see it had something in its mouth. It had a little branch from an olive tree. And he's like, the dove found a tree. That means that some of the land is drying up. So soon we'll be able to come out of the ark. So Noah waited a little bit longer, and took the dove again, took it to the window, set it free, and the dove didn't come back. It had found a place to make a home on the dry earth. So Noah knew it was time. He opened up the ark, and Noah and his family and all the animals came out. They were so happy to be out of the boat, and they all ran to find new homes in the new world that God had made. But the first thing Noah did was take some rocks and build an altar. We have an altar in our church too, up in the front. And he put fire on his altar. We don't put fire on ours, but we usually have candles on ours to remind us. And Noah knelt down by his altar, and he thanked God for preserving him and his family and all the animals. And when Noah finished his prayer and opened his eyes, he saw something new in the sky that he had never seen before. God had placed a rainbow there. And that rainbow was his promise to Noah and all the people from Noah's family that God would never destroy the earth again with water like he did in the time of Noah. So we still see that promise. I love at my house, I have a really good view for after a storm has come by, I can see the whole rainbow across the sky. Sometimes we just see little pieces of it peeking out of the clouds, but it's there. And we can remember that story from God's treasure, that rainbow came to Noah as a reminder of God's promise, and that promise is for us too. So all of our stories from BBS, we'll learn more about the treasure of God's word and more of the promises he makes for us. I'm going to show you the picture for today's story as you work on it some more. So you'll have the picture of Noah. Even the animals, they are anxious to be looking for where is the dry land? Where can we go and make new homes? God rescues Noah as he rescues us, and he keeps us safe in the ark of his church. Well, we'll see you guys next time for another treasure from God's word.